Have you ever noticed how some people walk into a room and the entire atmosphere changes? They don't speak louder than anyone else. They don't try to prove themselves. They don't chase attention. Yet people naturally listen when they talk. Their opinions carry weight. Their presence feels powerful. And somehow others treat them with instant respect. So, what creates that effect? It's not status, it's not money, and it's not even traditional confidence. The real difference is something far more subtle: body language. Before you say a single word, your posture, eye contact, and movements are already telling people who you are. They signal whether you're unsure or completely in control. In fact, most communication happens without words at all, which means the way you stand, move, and look at people can instantly change how others perceive you. And once you understand these signals, you can start using them intentionally. In this video, you'll discover 7 powerful body language techniques that can instantly make people respect you. One of the clearest differences between confident people and nervous people is how fast they move. When someone feels anxious, their body speeds up. They speak quickly. They react instantly. They move in short, rushed motions. It's not intentional. It's the body responding to stress. But people who naturally command respect move in a completely different way. They are unhurried. Their movements are steady. Their gestures are controlled. And when someone speaks to them, they don't rush to respond. They take a brief moment. That calm pace sends a powerful signal to everyone around them. I'm comfortable here. I'm in control of myself. And when people sense that level of control, they automatically treat you differently. So the next time you walk into a room, try something simple. Slow your walk slightly. Use fewer, more deliberate gestures. Take a brief pause before responding, because rushed movement signals pressure, but calm movement signals authority. Eye contact is one of the most powerful signals in human interaction, yet most people break it too quickly. The moment a conversation starts to feel slightly uncomfortable, their eyes look away. Why does that happen? Because maintaining eye contact can feel vulnerable. It puts you fully in the moment, fully present. But here's something psychologists have observed for years. The person who breaks eye contact first is often perceived as the less confident person in the interaction. That doesn't mean you should stare intensely or make someone uncomfortable. The key is calm, natural eye contact. When someone is speaking, keep your gaze steady for just a second longer than you normally would. Not aggressive, not challenging, just relaxed and attentive. This small adjustment sends a powerful signal. You're confident, engaged, and comfortable in your own presence. And people naturally respect those who are not afraid to be fully seen. Sometimes the smallest physical adjustments create the biggest psychological impact. One of those adjustments is the position of your chin. Many people unconsciously lower their chin when speaking to others. When that happens, it creates a subtle signal of submission or uncertainty. On the opposite side, some people raise their chin too high. That posture can come across as defensive or even arrogant. But the most balanced and confident position is simple. Keep your chin parallel to the ground. This neutral position communicates calm self-assurance. It tells people you are grounded, present, and comfortable in the conversation. Interestingly, this posture also improves the way your voice carries. Your words sound clearer, more stable, and more confident. That's why actors, public speakers, and leaders often train themselves to maintain this position. So the next time you're speaking with someone, straighten your posture, relax your shoulders, and keep your chin level. It's a small shift, but people will notice the difference. One of the most underrated communication skills is the power of silence. Most people feel uncomfortable when a conversation becomes quiet, even for a moment. So when someone asks them a question, they rush to answer immediately. They fill the silence as fast as possible. But people who naturally command respect handle this moment very differently. Instead of reacting instantly, they pause. Just for a second, that brief pause might seem small, but it sends a powerful psychological signal. It shows that you are thinking before speaking. It shows that you're not pressured by the conversation. And most importantly, it shows you're comfortable with silence. This moment of stillness also creates anticipation. When you finally respond, people pay closer attention because your words feel more deliberate. It makes your response sound thoughtful, calm, and controlled. And when your communication feels intentional, people naturally take your words more seriously. Your body often reveals what your mind is feeling. When people feel nervous or unsure, their bodies start sending subtle signals. They tap their fingers on the table. They shift their weight from one foot to another. They play with pens, phones, or adjust their clothes repeatedly. These behaviors are known as nervous movements, and they happen automatically when the brain is under stress. The problem is that these small actions quietly communicate anxiety to everyone around you. And when people sense anxiety, they may unconsciously question your confidence. Now, notice the difference with individuals who naturally command respect. They don't move constantly. Their gestures are slower and intentional. Their posture stays steady. Their hands remain relaxed instead of restless. This doesn't mean you should freeze or act unnatural. It simply means reducing unnecessary movement. Because when your body becomes calmer and more still, your presence feels stronger. And stillness often signals true confidence. Many people unconsciously make themselves smaller when they're around others. They pull their shoulders inward. They cross their arms tightly. They shrink their posture as if trying not to take up too much space. This is known as defensive body language, and it often signals insecurity or discomfort. But people who naturally command respect behave very differently. They don't try to dominate the room, but they also don't hide themselves. Instead, they occupy space comfortably. Their shoulders stay open, their back remains upright, their stance feels balanced and relaxed. This posture sends a powerful message without a single word. I belong here. When others sense that level of ease and self-assurance, they instinctively respond with more respect. So, the next time you're standing or sitting in a conversation, notice your posture. Open your chest slightly, relax your shoulders, let your body take its natural space. Because confidence isn't about being bigger than others. It's about being comfortable being yourself. Your face is constantly communicating, even when you're completely silent. Every raised eyebrow, forced smile, or exaggerated reaction sends signals to the people around you. Most of the time, we don't even realize we're doing it. But people who naturally command respect tend to have calm, controlled facial expressions, especially when they're listening. They're not overly reactive. They don't exaggerate every emotion. They simply appear focused and attentive. Why does this matter? Because when someone reacts too strongly to everything, it can unintentionally signal insecurity or a desire for approval. In contrast, calm facial expressions communicate something powerful: emotional control. And emotional control is often associated with confidence, maturity, and authority. This doesn't mean you should become expressionless or distant. Instead, allow your reactions to be natural but measured. When a calm facial expression is combined with steady eye contact, and relaxed posture, your presence becomes noticeably stronger and people naturally take you more seriously. Here's something many people misunderstand about respect. Respect isn't something you demand from others. It's something people feel when they interact with you. Before a single word is spoken, your body is already sending signals. Your posture, your movements, your eye contact, these silent cues tell people how you see yourself. If your posture shows hesitation, people notice. If your movements feel rushed or uncertain, others sense that energy instantly. But when your body communicates calmness, stability, and control, something interesting happens. People naturally start treating you differently. They listen more carefully. They interrupt less. They value what you say. And the most surprising part is that these changes don't require dramatic effort. Sometimes it's just a slower movement, a steady moment of eye contact, a brief pause before speaking. Small signals, repeated consistently, can completely transform how others experience your presence. So here's a simple challenge for you. Choose one of the 7 techniques from this video and practice it in your next conversation. Then notice how people respond. You may be surprised at how quickly respect begins to appear. If this video gave you a new perspective on body language, comment below. Presence matters. And if you enjoy learning about psychology, influence, and human behavior, make sure to subscribe and be part of this growing community. Because sometimes the strongest message you ever send is the one you never say out loud.